Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, ArchieLuxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, ArchieLuxury.
Hi guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, paid reviews, JU21, and a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Rolex Explorer 2 Polar. This is a review I'm doing. He didn't actually say to me, hey, would you do a video? But I thought I'd make this video anyhow. He's a really cool guy. This is Gerard, and Gerard is a doctor. He's a doctor, and we did a phone call. We did a phone call. Normally I charge $50 for a phone call, but he sent me 100, and I wasn't going to be rude by mentioning money. Well, he's just a cool guy. Gerard's his name. He's a cool guy, and we had a bit of a chat. And I said to him, I said, what pieces have you got in your collection? And he told me he had a blank pane 50 fathoms, the dive watch. And he was a bit of a blank pane fanboy, you know. Yeah, it's the greatest thing. And I'm kind of just trying to say, yeah, it's okay. But I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck didn't you buy a Rolex Submariner? But I just kept my cool. Yeah, it's an okay watch. What else you got? You know, just left it at that. He had a pocket watch which had a really interesting story. It's a pocket watch. It's a Waltham, which Waltham was sort of a middle class pocket watch maker, but it was solid gold, which is you know, that's kind of like it's not just the stock standard model. That was expensive. And it was being passed down his line in his family from bar mitzvah to bar mitzvah. So basically, the male in the family got it. Then he passed it down to the next male's bar mitzvah. And then that male passed it down to their kids or relatives, but first male's bar mitzvah. Very interesting idea. And it was bought in the 1920s, and he said to me this was a significant purchase. It was not an inexpensive purchase. This was expensive, and I thought that was a lovely story there. How it's kind of, that's the thing about wristwatches. They are such a fucking you know, it marks the occasion. I mean, the only thing, poor or rich, white or black or yellow or, you know, any religion, anything, the only thing that we all have in common is time. We don't know how long we've got. We not sure. You know, it's the most precious commodity is time. So the marking of time is a very significant sort of thing to have. And it's partly why I love wristwatches myself there, the marking of time. And I got to tell you, that tradition and I mean, he's a successful doctor now, so I mean, he'd be raking in the coin. He'd be really fucking raking it in, you know. But you know, his ancestors weren't as fortunate. So it's a really interesting story there. Then he had a 1950s Rolex, which he showed me his parents bought about 15 years ago in England. They were on a holiday and they bought it from a junk shop. I think it may have been recased, or it was a non-Rolex. It wasn't an oyster case. It wasn't kind of an obvious kind of... See, what happened is Rolex used to sell movements with a dial because of taxation on different watches. This happened, always is the case. Governments want to tax the shit out of things, and you know, there's many famous case makers who Rolex has done this with there. I sort of said to him, it's kind of it was kind of a nothing watch. I kind of said to him, I don't. I kind of said, look, I would. I said to him, I'd probably piss it off. I'd probably get rid of it because it's not really that valuable. Smaller size, dress size Rolex, not really that valuable. But I said, look, take it to a watch expert who can have a look at it, just make sure what exactly it is, because it didn't seem anything fantastic to me. And he had an Omega Speedmaster, Man on the Moon. Now, he wanted the Man on the Moon, but he wanted the Halcyon. He wanted the Sapphire Sandwich. He's got the Sapphire Sandwich. So he's got the manual wind. Sorry, when I say Halcyon, I'm not sure if it's Halcyon or the Sapphire Sandwich. He had the display back one with the 1863 movement, which it's basically the same thing. Now the interesting thing is with our good friend the doctor in the house. Well, I was having a bit of a talk to him, and I kind of said to him, please buy Rolex, please buy Rolex. I think that would be where I'd be going. I said to him, man, doctor, buy some fucking Rolexes. Interestingly enough, he told me a story. He inherited his wife inherited some watches from her father, which is his father-in-law. There was a Cartier tank, and he said it was an automatic, which I find normally most of the tanks were manual wind with a date. So I'm not 100% sure. He said he sent it to Cartier, and he said his wife does like to wear it. I said, stop. When it comes back from Cartier, don't fucking wear it every day. It's delicate. It's a great memento. I would keep it as a dress watch. I would not wear it every day, because women are always, often the case is they're preparing meals. They're always very cleanliness conscious, and water gets inside every time. See, us blokes, we can take a piss without washing our hands afterwards, and it doesn't kill us. But the women folk, they don't quite do that. See, they're a bit more germ conscious. She also inherited a two-tone Panther and a ladies Cartier Roadster, and I said, look. He said, do I sell them? I get a little bit of money for them. I said, stop. He's got a couple of daughters. I said, look, if I were you, just get them cleaned and overhauled, maybe through Cartier. Cartier actually isn't terrible at times. Sometimes they charge a fortune, but I'd get them just overhauled, cleaned, give them to your daughters as a present down the track, and say this was your mother's, and it's a Cartier. I said, for the sake of a lousy $1,000, I wouldn't be fucking around selling them off. I'd give them to your daughters. I said, they're sentimental. They may not be the trendiest but they're still a Cartier. It's very nice. I mean, my father never gave me nothing of fucking value. I would love him to have given me a Patek or a Rolex. It was fucking garbage, I got garbage from him. And my grandfather had a fucking Sentinel. What the fuck? I mean, that's this fucking shitters. I would have loved to have got a Cartier or something like that. So even though these are quartz, man, they're fucking Cartiers. I would keep them nicely and give them to the children when they get older. I also said to him, man, for your wife, don't let her wear the Cartier tank. That's just asking for trouble. I can tell you now. Have it as a dress watch. Buy her a fucking Rolex as well. Buy her a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Why Oyster Perpetual? No date. You don't have to fuck around at the end of the month if it's 30 days or 31 days or February. You can just wind and wear the fucking thing. And they're waterproof, so as long as she doesn't fucking leave the crown undone, it should be okay. Just pressure test it every couple of years to make sure there's no fucking water getting in. That's what I would do. I reckon that is the best advice for a lady. Get a fucking Rolex, probably mid-size, probably the 26 mil or the 28 mils, probably the women these days, they want bigger. I reckon go for the mid-size, 31 mil sort of size there. That's quite okay. As for him, I said, get a fucking Rolex. Get a fucking, next watch must be a Rolex. I mean, I didn't want to say, I don't want to be rude to the doctor, because he was quite a polite guy. He told me the lovely story about his bar mitzvah where he got this Waltham. But I really wanted to say to Doc, get a fucking Rolex. Fucking Rolex. A sports steel Rolex, man. That's what you want to get. Like a Milgauss. That'd be cool to have, you know. Cool. Explorer 1. Or a Saab. Just get a fucking steel sports Rolex, Doc. I mean, I know you like the fucking... he likes the blank panes, but fuck. Come on. Steel sports Rolex. Get the wife an Oyster Perpetual. That's what I'd do, Doc. That is what I would do. You're earning the bucks. That's what you went to med school for. Come on, man. Work with me, not against me. So that's my advice. He was actually a lovely guy. I did a phone call with him, had a chat to him. Really cool story. It's quite an honor. He shared me, because, you know, he told me this story about his bar mitzvah. And actually, I love, one of my favorite movies is A Serious Man. The Coen brothers. A Serious Man. And that's got a great bar mitzvah theme in it as well. But that was a cool story. He told me this is it. It's his own personal story. I mean, I'm a stranger to him. He's sharing his personal story, which I really loved. It's a cool story about watches and time and his history and that. And it's why I love my watches. He tells me a story. That's why I looked down at I'm just looking at the floor here. Look at this. I got what have I got on the floor? Fuck, I can't see it. I got my Patek Philippe. My Patek in the fucking box. Fucking love it. Fucking love. I love my Patek Philippe. I'm just looking at the floor, looking at my fucking Patek Philippe. Think, fuck, that's my story. I'm creating my own fucking story. So, he was a cool guy. I said to him, I didn't want to be too rude to the doc, but I was trying to say, buy a fucking Rolex, Doc. No more fucking blank paint. Fuck. He's got the Omega, okay? He loves the Omega. Cool. But buy a fucking Rolex, Doc. Buy a Rolex. And buy one for your wife, please. Get one for the wife. Don't wear the Cartier, because I can just see it being fucked up. They're not really waterproof. Give the other Cartiers, probably get them cleaned up a little bit. Maybe an independent watchmaker, or you could get a quote from Cartier and see what they say the service cost is, and give them to the kids. What a great coming of age present, you know, 18 or something, 16, sweet 16. What the fuck do you guys do in America? Sweet 16, or you don't have those debutante balls and shit. Yeah, that's what I would be doing, Doc. So that's the advice. Great phone call. Really made my day. He's a nice guy. Great story. I love the story. Marking time. So, it's getting late. I better go. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends. Paid phone calls. I love them. And sometimes I turn them into a video, because I want to promote the paid phone calls. And it was actually cool to talk to Doc. Doc was Gerard was a cool guy. Really cool guy. Nice guy. Snapshot of his life. Tell me his story. It was a good story. So there you go, guys. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends, and don't be afraid to send me your paid review, and I will I'll tell you what I think. See you later. Ciao, fuckers.
Oh. Hey, Archie Luxury fans. If you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
Hey guys, it's Paul Pluta. I'm the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III. Guys, I want to have a quick talk to you. Do you need to sell a wristwatch? Do you want to sell a piece for reinvestment? Do you have too many watches? Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that my good friends at Sydney and Brisbane Vintage Watch Co. are looking for quality wristwatches for their store. Now, Ronnie has instructed me to tell you guys that he is paying more than other dealers. That's correct. He pays top prices for quality pieces. So guys, if you've got a Rolex you want to sell, or a Patek, or anything, you want to sell a wristwatch, give the guys at Vintage Sydney, it's Vintage Watch Co. Give them a call. That's right, guys. They're paying good prices. They've always been very, very fair to me. And I got to tell you, they are nice people to do business with. I'm just trying to find their card here. Where the hell did I put it? Look, ask for Ronnie in Brisbane, or Philip in Sydney. That's correct. They will look after you. Tell them Archie sent you. That's right. Tell them Archie sent you. They're paying top prices. That's correct. Brisbane and Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Your premium place to sell watches. Tell me, guys, this is for you. Tell them Archie sent you, and they will give you extra keen pricing.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mark Goldberg for Archie Luxury AC3, the Pontiff, Satan Deville. I want to sincerely thank you for having sat through this video, because I know it was awful, but you know what? You do it for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of quick pieces of homework. Now that you've watched this video, I would like you to hit thumbs up. If you must, hit thumbs down, but if you'd hit thumbs up, I would especially appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a really nasty comment and tell him how awful this content was, but most importantly of all, the entire reason that I am linking up with ArchieLuxury in the first place. I am a published author. Let Dogs Be Dogs, available in bookstores, Amazon, and electronically somewhere near you. Remember, ArchieLuxury, he's not just a figment of your imagination.